I just felt free, and it felt like, okay, like all these things that I've done in my life, I'm still accepted by Jesus. Coming into this time of COVID and this time of just very hard times for everyone and across the globe, I had my own struggles of coming out of a long-term relationship that was definitely more worldly, and also just dealing with several other things that were happening in my family and in my personal life. Nothing too bad, but just definitely threw me into a bit of a depression, I would say. Then I had another close friend that went through a tragedy that I actually could never fathom happening to me, and he has a strong faith, and I didn't know what it was at the time, but when you see someone go through a tragedy like that and come out from the other side stronger, you know that they did not do that on their own. Then I was actually invited to do Alpha, and I started the course. Things just felt like I was going through the motions. Nothing was really sparking inside of me, but I was still learning a lot more and understanding the faith a lot more. And then the big change for me was on the Holy Spirit retreat, and this is part of the Alpha course. It's easily the best part of the Alpha course, where we go away for a weekend and we really just spend 48 hours with Jesus, and it's beautiful. So go away for this Holy Spirit retreat, and again, just kind of, listening to these talks, going through the emotion, learning, and then came around time that we were offered confession, and I was terrified. I didn't really understand what that meant for me, and if Jesus would accept me. And obviously, looking back on it, we know that Jesus accepts anyone. So I was sitting in the conference center at the retreat center, and I heard someone getting coffee behind me, and I had been praying for someone to just talk to, and I needed someone to just guide me through this process and understand what this meant to go to confession and really give that humility and that vulnerability to God. I had a great conversation with him. He was actually a seminarian at the St. John's Society. He just guided me into going to confession. That was the most powerful moment that I had ever experienced, just the most powerful experience from God that I had ever felt. And going to confession, I just felt free. And it felt like, okay, like all these things that I've done in my life, I'm still accepted by Jesus. And that was definitely the turning point for me, and where I really started to light a fire in my heart of just like really becoming a believer and having a regular practice faith. Then a year later, I'm actually doing the Alpha course for a second time. The Holy Spirit retreat again was amazing, and opened my eyes to even more of how my faith impacts me, but also impacts other people. And my faith continues to grow, and I continue to find new practices and new ways to better my prayer and just improve my relationship with Jesus. And it's been phenomenal and completely life-changing.